Hi guys, so welcome back to the channel once again, and today we'll be doing a review of these two great machines on top of this table. As you can see, they're almost similar, but there's one that is bigger than the other. So on top we have HP Elitebook 840G3, as you can see here, HP Elitebook 840G3. It's a 14-inch laptop. Then we have HP Elitebook 850G4. This is a 15.6-inch laptop, 850G4. So these two machines, just a disclaimer, one of them is 6th gen, the 840G3 is 6th gen, then 850G4 is 7th gen. But apart from the generation and the processor, because the 850G4 is i7, the 850G3 is i5, let's just have a look at the external features, physical features, and see if there's any difference between them and what might make you to go for these instead of these, or have these instead of these. Yeah, because they might be of different processors right now, but you can find similar machines of the same processor. You can find this one with the Core i7 processor, and you can also find this one with a Core i7 processor, or this one Core i5 and this is Core i5. So it all depends on you, but let's just have a look at the physical aspects first. So first and foremost, let me just align them to the same size, same side here. So on the right hand side, you see, let me just slide it in. You see, this is the 850G4, the smaller one, then 850G4. Yeah, so the bigger one is 850G4, the smaller one is 840G3. So as you can see, there is no big difference here, they're just the same. We have charging port here, that's the normal blue pin for HP. You have SIM card slots there for network, LTE, 4G network connection. You have RJ45 there, just the same as we have here. We have a docking port here, just the same as we have here. Sorry for that. We have single USB 3.0 type A port here, same. We have audio port. Then we have display port on this one, just the same on this one. We have USB-C Thunderbolt port, just the same as we have there. On the left hand side, yeah, see, almost just the same. So we have ventilation port here, the same here. We have VGA port, just the same. You have USB 3.0 port, similar. You have smart card reader here, see, just the same. On this other side, nothing, just the same. This side, nothing. Let's have a look at the bottom covers of both of them. So that is 850G4, the bigger one, 850G3, the small, 840G3, the smaller one. Have a look at the ventilation, and even these have these rubbers for grip on the table. The rubbers here, the same. Everything is just the same. Even the number of screws at the bottom casing, they're the same. Alignment, everything, just, there's no difference. Yeah, there's no difference, you can see. So you have this port here for smart or card reader, memory card reader, just put it here. The same, it's just, everything is just the same. So there's no big difference between these two machines. For my own point of view, I don't understand why HP decided to design laptops that are almost of the same external features. Everything is just the same, but different size. But again, the names are different, because this one is 840G3, we have 840G4, we have 840G5, we have 840G6, and on this series too, we have 850G1, we have 850G2, we have 850G3, we have 850G4, and then and on and on. So why did they decide to play around with these machines like this? If you're somebody who is so informed with HP laptops, maybe you can comment on the comment section about this, because so far I don't understand why there's that difference, yeah, in the names, but they're just the same apart from the size. I don't understand. If you're loving this review or this comparison up to this point, please don't forget to leave a like for this channel. Don't forget to subscribe for more reviews like this one, and don't forget to comment on a review that you want me to do later, or on things that you loved about this review and some of the things that you didn't like about this review, because at the end of the day, not everyone is always happy, or not everyone is not satisfied. Yeah, so let me just lift up the lid. Let's try the single hand lifting up of the lid on each machine. So we try on this 850 G4, and it passes the test extremely well. Yeah, so it's on. I'll just have to turn it on because we're going to do some speed test on this one. So let me just turn it off. And then 840 G3, let's try the lid with a single finger like this. Let's see. Awesome. So it passes the test. That means the hinges on these machines are just as good, and they're measurable with exact pressure. See, so the hinges are just as you'll want in your machine. And in fact, one thing that I've always loved about these machines is that the hinges of these machines will never go wrong. It's very, very rare to come across one of them that has an hinge issue. No matter how many years of service it has given you, the hinge will always remain as flexible, as strong and operational. Yeah, it will rarely get breakages. So on the keyboard side, the keyboard are just the same. The only difference between these and the 850 G4 is that the keyboard of the 850 G4 you have these numerical keys, while on the 840 G3 you don't have the numerical keys, but everything else is just the same. The trackpad, you have these two click pads on the trackpad. Just here you have the same. And on this keyboard, it's only that we lack the track point, but it also comes with the track point. Both the keyboards are backlit on the two machines. We have these keys for the switches for hotspot and speaker, just the same as we have it on the 850 G4. And even the sound system is powered by Bang & Olufsen. You can see here Bang & Olufsen, the same Bang & Olufsen. So let's get to power them on and see how fast they turn on. Maybe there you can get a difference in the speed. Yeah, so let me just turn it on. I hope this one has power because I did confirm before making this video. So therefore we go. So 1, 2. Unfortunately, this doesn't have power. I'll have to plug it in. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this one took 9 seconds to turn on the 850 G4. That's pretty fast. I'll have to plug in the 840 G3 to power to confirm the internal specs because it's crucial on this one. So just a minute. Just a minute. Subscribe. Don't forget to leave a like. So I have the charger. This is the charger I was talking about. Yeah? So it's the USB, it's the blue pin, sorry. HP blue pin. This is how it looks like. So let me just turn it on. We see how fast it turns on. Remember the 850 G4 just took 9 seconds to turn on. Let's see what happens with the 840 G3. Power is plugged in. It's time to test it. There you go. So let's turn it on in 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So it took like 9 seconds to, just the same as the 850 G4. So in terms of booting speed, they're just the same, no much difference. Yeah, so far between these two machines, the only difference is the screen size. So far we've realized that the only difference is the screen size, but the other remaining stuff, they're constant. Yeah, apart from the fact that this is Core i7 and this is Core i5, but physical features, they're the same. Booting speed, the same. Let's have a look at the display. So for 840 G3, let's confirm the display. Go to display settings. So you see the display is 1080 Full HD on the 840 G3. How about the 850 G4? Let's have a look at the display. Personalize right there. Have a look at the display, not personalize, sorry. I have to go to display settings. Yeah, right there. You see, just the same. So the display on this one is also 1080 Full HD. So the display resolution is just the same on both of them. Yeah, there's no much difference. I know maybe you want to have a look at the specs of the processor, so let's just get to them. But no, there's a difference because this is not a fair comparison. One is Core i5, there is Core i7. But let's just have a look at the processor and see what 840 G3 i5 has and what 850 G4 i7 has. So as usual, Control Shift Escape to get to the task manager. At the task manager, you go to the more details down here, expand it, make it big. Then you go to the performance tab right there. Performance tab. Now this is where you get to see all the internal specs of your machine. So the 840 G3, we have i5 processor. Yeah, base speed, each CPU 2.4 gigahertz. You have a base speed of 2.5 gigahertz. You have single socket as usual, 2 cores, 4 logical processors. Yeah. Then the RAM on this one, it comes pre-installed with 8 GB of RAM, SSD of 256 GB as usual, a Samsung SSD here, 256 GB. We have Intel HD graphics 520 on this one. Yeah, of 4 GB. See, 4 GB GPU integrated graphics. While on the 850 G4, let's just have a look as usual. Control Shift Escape to the task manager. At the task manager, come to the performance tab. Performance right there. Let's just magnify to have a clear visual look. So for the GPU first, we have 8 GB of integrated graphics because we have 16 GB on this one. So you have 8 GB of integrated graphics. That is Intel HD 620. So this comes with Intel HD 620, while the HP 840 G3 comes with Intel HD 520. So that difference comes in because we have a Core i7 processor, and then it's a 7th gen processor, not 6th gen as the 840 G3. You can see the CPU here is Core i7. Let me just bring it closer. You have Core i7, 7th gen, 2.7 gigahertz base speed. Yeah, right here. See the base speed on here actually is 2.9. You have single socket, 2 cores, so they have the same number of cores, they have the same number of logical processor for each of them. Then memory on this one, it comes pre-installed with 16 GB of RAM. Not bad. You have SSD, Kingston SSD here, 256 GB. Then GPU I talked about. So those are the main differences. For the cameras, let's just have a test of the cameras because I just feel at this point everything is the same. Remember, this machine was given by some of you in the comment section from the previous videos. Some of you just refer these machines to me, send them over to me to do a review because they are their own personal use laptops. They wanted me to do a review because at some point some of you might want to purchase similar machines, and maybe before you purchase you want to know some few things about it. Yeah, so let's just have a look at the camera. Both of them, camera, Let me turn on the camera on this one too. At least now you can have the chance, as usual, to see my phone. This is my phone here, the one that I'm using to record these videos. And at this point, if you're enjoying this content, don't forget to subscribe as usual. Don't forget to leave a like, and don't forget to leave a comment on things that you enjoyed about this review and some of the things that maybe you didn't enjoy about this review, so that I can improve on them on the next video. So that's my phone right there. That's my tripod stand overhead one. See the way the camera is. This just don't know how I'm going to compare both of them, but you can see. Let's just, I normally check the speed of the camera. If there's lag, see there's no lag on this camera too. There's no lag, so the camera is just as good as you want them to be. Then we have microphones here for web and Zoom meetings, so they're just as good for your day-to-day needs. So much said. Having looked at the processors of these two machines, I feel, and having done a test on them, you can do your normal day-to-day task on these two machines, because the batteries on them they're pretty good. The battery can last up to 7 hours on normal usage, doing just office work, typing, and not heavy-duty tasks. But when you do heavy-duty tasks on them, then the battery lasts only 4 hours, which is also not bad, because 4 hours of work is enough. Then you get some rest as it charges. So for these two machines, you can do your normal office day-to-day task, word editing. You can do video editing, multimedia jobs with this machine, because they have Bang & Olufsen speakers for good quality sounds. They have good display qualities, full HD resolutions, and then the screens they're made of matte finish. That means they don't absorb light. They don't reflect light, sorry. They absorb the light. Therefore, even if you are using it in a room that is well lit, you'll still have a clear view of what is happening on your screen. You'll not get distracted. They come with backlit. It means that you can use them in dark rooms or at night, because they have backlit. Yeah, so you can do so much stuff with them. The processor is equally good for computing tasks, programming students who are doing video editing. Light video editing can be performed on this machine. At the end of the day, if you're tired, you can also do light gaming on them, because they have good processors with very good speed. You've seen the speed of this one is 2.5, on the 850 GeForce 2.7. That is a very good base speed. They have 4 CPUs, not bad. So rendering speed are equally high, and they can handle AutoCAD to do your academic or professional works just properly on them. So that's all about them. So much have been said. Let's just turn it on as we click on the like button on this video, and as you subscribe to this account. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the support you've given me this far. See you next time on another review, on another comparison video. Same time, same place, different day. Bye.